Let me guess, Mama, you hear the word networking and you want to run and hide under a rock. I get it, and I've been there. But when you know what you're doing, networking doesn't have to be painful. So let's get you the tips you need to be super successful. Plus, make sure you stick around until the end because I have a totally swipeable list of questions you can ask on a discovery call or at a networking event to make sure your networking turns into paid clients. I'm Lauren Golden here with a new episode of Free Mama TV, showing moms like you how to start and run a successful freelancing business from home. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new episode of Free Mama TV right here every Tuesday. You know you have to get out there and meet potential clients, but networking just feels so intimidating and even a little bit gross. The good news is that when you know what you're doing, networking can actually be fun. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what you need to do to find the best networking opportunities and make the most of every single one. Now let's dive in. Smart networking starts with a little bit of research. You want to find a group that's a perfect fit for you. And I recommend that you start by using 3 sites to find a great networking group near you. The first is FemCity. Now, FemCity has events all over the United States and Canada, specifically for women who are launching and growing businesses. Hello! Find out if there's already a chapter in your area because the connections you'll make there are amazing. The second site I recommend is meetup.com. Now, on meetup.com, you can get super specific with your search, like looking for mom-only groups in your geographic area, or any other criteria you want to look for. My third favorite site for finding places to network, you might not guess it, Facebook. Yes, you can find loads of local networking groups right there on the Facebook. You can filter your search results to show you only your local groups and find out what's happening near you. And these are 3 tools I've used to find networking groups, but there are plenty more out there. Try a straight up Google search for your local area plus networking and see what else comes up. Remember, there are loads of different kinds of groups, and you won't know if you like something until you try it. And here's your pro tip. You can also look into paid membership programs or masterminds. The major upside to these is that you're around other people who have also paid to be there, which means that they understand the importance of investing in themselves and their businesses. In other words, these are people who aren't going to be afraid to hire you. Okay, now once you've done your research, you have to commit to showing up. Now that means you're going to put the event on your calendar, find a sitter or arrange to take the time off work if needed, and do whatever else you need to do to make this event a priority for yourself. All right, so now that you are definitely going to this networking event, it's time to prepare. You want to walk in the door with a plan, Mama. This is not the time for spontaneity. Do you want to have business cards to hand out? Better order them now, and maybe you can get a bit creative. I was once at an event where the speaker's last name was Combs, so he handed out actual combs with his name and website on them. That was 15 years ago, and I still remember him. You also want to be completely prepared with your power pitch. You want to know exactly what you're going to say when you have your 45 seconds in the spotlight. Here's why. When it's time to go around the room and introduce yourself, everyone gets nervous and spends that 10 to 15 minutes thinking about what they're going to say. No one's listening intently to anyone else. Now, if you already know what you're going to say, you'll be able to focus on the other speakers and keep an ear out for the 2 to 3 people you absolutely have to meet before the event is over. If you can actually listen to what the other people say, you'll have a chance to pick out something that gives you a way into the conversation, and that will make all the difference later on. So, practice your power pitch, Mama, and don't worry if you flub it the first or 50th time, because chances are everyone is way more worried about what they're going to say anyway. After all that preparation, the big day comes and you're at the event. That's when tip number 4 comes in. Set a goal for the event. When I first started my business and I really needed clients, I went to at least one networking event every week. And for each one, I had a goal to form at least 2 solid connections with people. This is where your listening skills will really help you. If you listen more than you talk, you'll discover the people who are really worth knowing. That doesn't mean you have to pitch them on the spot, but maybe you'll realize you know someone that person needs to meet, or that you have a shared connection. Be genuine in your interactions. Don't view every person at the event as a potential client. In fact, it's a good idea to show up at the event as if you're already completely booked. You're here to see who you can help, to be curious about the other people, and to ask good questions. Don't show up on the hunt. If there's a host or a speaker for the event, make sure to meet that person. Thank them for taking the time and find something specific to call out about the event or their talk. Finally, step number 5 is follow up. Within 48 hours of the event, make sure that you send a handwritten thank you note to the host or the speaker. Follow up on any promises you made and be sure to reach out to any new connections. For example, if you told someone, oh, wow, you really need to meet my friend Jane, I'll introduce you to, then be sure to make that introduction within that 48-hour window. And if you meet someone awesome and you want to continue the conversation, send them a Facebook friend request, follow them on Instagram, maybe send them a message so they don't forget who you are. At the same time you do that, you can schedule a second check-in on your calendar for a few weeks out, just in case the person gets super busy and doesn't get back to you right away. If you take the time to put these 5 tips into action, then you're going to be able to reap the rewards of networking and build a solid business. And now that you know how to network effectively, I want to make sure that you have everything you need to rock out a discovery call as well and turn that connection into a client. Check out the link below and find out how you can get my list of questions to ask on a discovery call. Also, if you want to join a community of mamas just like you, I have a Facebook group where thousands of mamas come together for support and action-taking tips and motivation. If you liked this video, please let me know by liking it below, subscribe, and share it with your fellow mamas. And comment below with hashtag I am a free mama if this video helped you step up your networking game. Hello, we back. Okay, sorry. Okay, and you either want to run and hide under, what? And you want to hide, nope, dang it. And you want to ride, dang it, me, I can't talk. You either want to run, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. Words. Five. NC plus no. Okay, now once you're done, and don't worry if the, then you're going to be able to oh man, we're getting delirious. Bum, bum.